Unbreakable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions! To the Pepe!
Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Welcome to the Game and Frame stream of New York Ukrainians and Manhattan Kickers FC. For those of you just tuning in, the first team game will start a little bit later than 2 p.m. The reserves game just wrapped up. We appreciate your patience.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
Welcome everyone to McCarran Park in Northern Brooklyn for this Cosmopolitan Soccer League Division I matchup between the New York Ukrainians and Manhattan Kickers FC. I'm Alexander Ganias for Game and Frame, and today we got a good one here. Ukrainians, 7th in the CSL Division I, looks to stay pat in Division I, no promotion or relegation for them. But the Kickers, 3rd last in the division, with only 13 points. 5 points ahead of 2nd last place team, Kids Super Samba AC2, and 6 points ahead of Manhattan Celtic 2, who just lost to New York International FC last night. So Manhattan will look to grab a couple of points today, stave off relegation for the time being. We're looking to see a good game here as the teams shake hands. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt has made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag, the Air Case, which uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code on the screen to get 10% off and keep it fresh. Coin toss happening at midfield, excuse me. Got 3 refs today. Let's go over the starting 11 for each team. For the visiting Kickers, Urim Bibovic, Jordan Camacho, Kenley Domond, Amirian Gogwadze, Xavier Negron, Akin Phipps, Ryan Schneider, Jean-Baptiste Tamas Leloup, Chris Wayne Wallace, and July Zami. And for the Ukrainians, Farid Bagari Ardenstani, Nabi Bangura, Andras Brewer, Federico Curbelo, Dominic Falanga, Henry Lardy, Kevin Matheny, Calvin Moyes, Justin Myers, George Naim, and Koulibaly Somalia. Justin Myers in goal for the Ukrainians. And in goal for the Kickers, Kenley Domond. The reserves teams played earlier today, with the Ukrainians coming from behind and winning 2-1 by 2 second-half goals. After Manhattan scored 1 in the first, they could not hold the lead. We're just getting started as the Ukrainians are set and Manhattan takes the field as well. A lot of clouds in the sky today after some rain last night. Manhattan wearing purple jerseys and purple shorts. Ukrainians wearing red jerseys and white shorts. The whistle blows and we are underway at 2:12 p.m. in Northern Brooklyn. Long pass ahead for the Ukrainians, turned immediately over. With Manhattan Celtics loss last night, Manhattan Kickers are a bit safe from relegation, but not safe enough. They'd like to get all 3 points today. Meanwhile, the Ukrainians stack wins, finish higher in the standings. They will not be promoted nor relegated. As Leloup turns the ball over. And a foul called. That was George Naim who drew the foul. Ukrainians will work out of the back. Lardy on the touchline. Swings it back. And it's Brewer who will swing it around to the far side. Very few subs today for either squad. Manhattan actually ended up calling up Christian Buechel from the reserves team. He is starting as well. And the pass intercepted there, but turned right back over again. Long throw in from Buechel. As the header comes towards our camera, and I make the save. Another long throw in from Buechel. As Manhattan, the team with more to play for here, tries to find the first goal. And the pass is turned over. The pass there from Leloup. Long pass forward. Shot on the far side of the 18. Crosses in. The shot is in! The lead pass from Koulibaly, Somalia. And it's Andres Brewer who breaks the tie. It's 1-0 Ukrainians. Nice and early, the 5th minute. That's his 7th goal of the year. And Manhattan in an early hole. It's a nice centering pass from the far side of the 18-yard box from Somalia. And Brewer able to beat Damone at the net. And we got a foul on the play. And Bibovic takes a moment, gets back up and takes the free kick. Far free kick from Bibovic, and the ball immediately in. Found its way into the 18-yard box, but the shot from Gogwadze goes wide. We have the rugby field goal posts up above the goals here. Not for football. There are no football markings on this pitch. I'm sure American rules football teams find their way, though. As the ball is put back into play. So Manhattan takes over. They turn it back. Somalia pushes inside. The cross pass is deflected away. And will go out of bounds for a throw-in. Kicker's intercept, and they're on the move. It's Jordan Camacho. He'll cross over to the middle. Swinging around, it's Phipps. Phipps trying to put a move on his defender, Lardy. And he'll go back and give it up. Phipps gets it back. He tries to cross it into the box, but he ran out of room and he'll go for a goal kick. Long goal kick from Myers. The Ukrainians able to clear it out of their own half. Brewer, the goal scorer, chasing after the ball, but Demond will get to it. After it rolls out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in. Buca will take it. Naeem trying to fight with his defender. He gets the ball back. He'll get it right back from his teammate. Ukrainians playing safe with the 1-0 lead and admittedly not much to play for. Somalia with the assist today. Ukrainians are pushing now. They'll get into the box. Deflected away by the defender. That was Xavier Negron. Deflected it out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. It was Bangura who took the throw-in. And again, Ukrainians will play it to the back. Long pass inside and the flag goes up. It's offside. Make sure to tune into other games on Game and Frame, on the Game and Frame website and the YouTube page. Later today, Hoboken FC 1912 will take on the Greek Americans in the APSL Metro Conference. That'll take place at 4 p.m. At 6 p.m., Manhattan Celtic and Kids Super Samba will also take place in the APSL Metro Conference. That game's at 6. At 9 p.m. on April 30th, that is a Wednesday, New York International FC will take on Hoboken FC 1912-2 in the final of the John Kilby Cup. As Manhattan pushes it forward, Jordan Camacho takes the ball in front, tries to leave it in front there for Chris Wayne Wallace, puts it up in front, but not enough juice on that pass, and Ukrainians take it over. The final game to watch out for later this week on May 1st, Thursday, Polonia SC will take on Borghetto FC at 9 p.m. As a Division I game in the CSL, Polonia fighting for a spot in the playoffs to get promoted into the Metro Conference of the APSL. The winner of the league does get promoted up there, and the bottom two finishers will get relegated to Division II. As that pass almost intercepted there by Akeem Phipps, but taken over there by Lardy. Pass deflected out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. That deep offensive zone trip for the Ukrainians turns up not, but they get the ball in the back as the defense will swing it forward. Bangura. Now to Somalia, he'll bring it back. And that ball is out of bounds. And the flag man says, kicker's ball. First real chance for the kickers deep in the offensive zone, right in front of the Ukrainians bench. It's Negron who throws the ball in. Phipps now. Ball's turned over. Manhattan trying to get it back, but Dominique Falanga keeps the ball away, and now the ball is out. Manhattan trying to plead for throwing in their direction, but it will be a Ukrainians throw. Bangura will take the throw, gets it out to Curbelo. Curbelo with 4 goals on the season, 2 assists. Not the team's leading scorer, that is Andres Brewer with 6 goals and an assist as the ball clears forward, but 2 forward, and Damone will wrap it up and send it the other way for the kickers. Nice move there by Damone to get the ball away from Somalia. Mutual leaves it for Phipps, and Phipps trying to pass it forward, but the pass is intercepted. Taken away by Ardenstani, and he swings it all the way back to the keeper. Ukrainians playing with the lead. On a 5th-minute goal from Andras Brewer. Long pass along the sideline. And a smart play there from Bangura to deflect it off of Xavier Negron. It'll be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Naeem swings it around and gets it back from Kevin Matheny. And he'll swing it to Calvin Moyes, defensive back. Ogwadze trying to take it away, but Ukrainian's able to pass it forward into the box. Defended nicely there by Manhattan. Ball's out of bounds. And the flagman says it will be Ukrainians' throw. Ukrainians a chance to double their lead here, deep in the final third. Somalia gives it back to Bangura. Bangura into the box. No one there to defend. Nice touch there from Lardy. And Ukrainians will reset. It's Naeem. His pass is deflected away and it'll go to Somalia. Curbelo gets the ball back, drives into the 18, he shoots, he scores! Federico Curbelo with the 2nd goal of the match for the Ukrainians. In the 16th minute. And Manhattan, trying to avoid relegation, has found themselves in a 2-0 hole. Be a throw in for Ukrainians and Manhattan struggling in the early goings of the match. Long pass out front. And Manhattan will keep it away from Ukrainians. And they'll get a throw in. That was a nice sequence there for the Ukrainians for that second goal. Fighting for the ball in the 18-yard box. Rolled right on Curbello's foot. And he was able to put it past Demond. Curbello with his 5th goal of the year. And Ukrainians second of the match. 2-0 for the boys in red. Negron turns it over, and the Ukrainians now. Naim. Over to Falanga. Falanga gets it back from Naim. Pushes it forward. Can he get to it? Tries to fight for it in the 18-yard box. He does. Ardenstani fights around his defender. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick. Short corner kick as Curbello sends it in play. It's over everybody's head. Try to keep it inbounds as Sumali, he does. But he gives it right back to Negron. And he sends it far for Camacho. Ukrainians get the ball back. And with a 2-0 lead, they can kind of sit back and play with the ball in the backfield. Naim turns the ball over, and now it's Phipps. Nice sliding tackle by there by Lardy to get the ball away. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in deep in Ukrainians' territory. And Phipps will take it. Brings it back there. Manhattan plays it back, trying to avoid the turnover. They can't. It's Falanga now with the ball. Ukrainians with a 2-0 lead. Falanga gets it back, and in an attempt to get it to Somalia, he kicks it out of bounds, and Manhattan will get the throw in. Camacho gets taken to the ground, and the ref see it, call foul. Bovic will take the ball, bring it forward, and Julai Zami turns it over. Manhattan frustrated with their lack of pace. Ukrainians want to slow it down here, already with a 2-goal lead. Firmly entrenched in the middle of the pack in Division I of the CSL. For Manhattan, it is imperative to try to get at least 1 point here, as Kids Super Samba AC2, the team directly behind them, 5 points, will not play until May. So Manhattan trying to get as far ahead of them as possible to avoid relegation into Division 2. An interesting fight in Division 2 in the CSL. Block FC, the leaders of that division, ceded their lead as Manhattan now pushes forward. And Gogwadze, the one in front, beaten by Myers, the keeper for Ukrainians, and now they're pushing. Ardenstani, with the goalie out of the net, shanks it and puts it wide. If Ardenstani had put a more targeted shot on net, it could have found its way into the goal, and Ukrainians would have taken a ultra commanding 3-0 lead, but alas, Phipps will take it now. Works around his defender, and it's just him in front. He'll cross it over to Camacho, but the pass sails over his head and out of bounds. No. Taken there by Zami. Julai Zami, who will now cross it into the box. Deflected up, stays in play, and Myers will calm things down. Nice sequence there from Manhattan, but not enough there to find their first goal. Negron. That was Ryan Schneider who tried to bat the ball away, but he couldn't. And now Brewer puts it into the box with no one in red home to take the pass. Manhattan will take over. Somalia fakes the shot, puts another shot up, deflected away, gets the ball back from Arnstadi. The ball goes out for a throw-in. Throw for the Ukrainians. I'd like to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt has made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag, the Air Case, which uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code on the screen to get 10% off and keep it fresh. If you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Alexander Ganias for Game and Frame. The New York Ukrainians with 2 goals in the first 20 minutes to take a commanding 2-0 lead here in a game that the Manhattan Kickers need more to try to avoid relegation. We're about more than halfway through this first half here in McCarran Park in the Williamsburg neighborhood of Brooklyn. Just a couple blocks away from the G line. The New York Transit System's black sheep, as it were, the only transit line not to go into Manhattan, although with the opening of the Interborough Express in the next, hopefully, 5 years, it will have a buddy. As Manhattan now tries to push. Bibovic. Ball squirts forward and it'll be Myers who resets for the Ukrainians. Justin Myers, not much action for him in net for the Ukrainians. And that's mostly because the Ukrainians have spent their time in the other half of the field. 2 shots on goal, 2 goals. As Falanga will take it in the midfield. Pushes it forward to Brewer. Ardenstani, and now Naim. It's Moyes. Back to Matheny. Moyes will send it forward. He was trying to get Brewer for his second goal of the match, but Demond gets to the ball first. Much like the Ukrainians, Manhattan Kickers have also spent most of their time in this half of the field. The only problem is that's their half of the field. They'd like to be attacking more. As the pass goes away from Buchel, his pass is deflected off of a Ukrainian's defender, and it'll be a Manhattan throw. Ref tells him to go back, and he does. Long throw along the touchline, headed away from Lardy, excuse me. Nice forward pass for Somalia, but a lot of purple shirts there to prevent him from getting the third goal of the match. That pass from Dominic Kalanga. Ukrainians MO playing it out of the back. Lardy to Naim. Kalanga takes a fall, and they're going to call foul. It was either Phipps or Buchel who committed that foul, or also could have been Chris Wayne Wallace. But either way, it'll be a free kick for the Ukrainians. Ardenstani and Curbelo lined up to take the kick. It'll be Curbelo. A low kick deflected away, but Naim takes it back now. Thought about a shot, but instead turns around and gives it back to Curbelo, who scored the second goal for the Ukrainians in the 17th minute. Now on the far side, it's Bangura. Bangura will get it back. Pass forward there by Matheny. And the ball is turned over. Nice press from the Ukrainians. And Manhattan's lead pass. No one in purple to take it. And it'll be a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Spent about half my time saying throw-in for the Ukrainians today. Lardy takes it along the near touchline. Now Naim. Bibovic turns it over. On the far touchline, it's Calvin Moyes. He'll try to cross it in. Still in bounds as a second ball has entered the pitch. Kicked away. And perhaps that was beneficial for Manhattan, as now they're going to push. Jalai Zami gets it over to Camacho. Camacho trying to beat the defender. But Brewer smart to get it to the keeper. And the ball's turned over again. Camacho could not get to it. Brewer. Out to Bangura. Bangura pushes it forward. And it was Moyes and Ardenstani with a chance to try to get the ball into the net, but no. Deflected away by Manhattan. Camacho takes it back and he's tripped up. That's a foul. And the ref looks like he's going to pull out his red card, and he does. Or his yellow card, excuse me. That yellow card's on Brewer, it appears. About 34 minutes in, first half. Brewer gets a yellow. Be a free kick. It looks like it'll be Bibovic. who will take it. Nice long free kick into the 18-yard box, but no one in purple. Not even in the 6. And Myers collects it and throws it out. The wind kind of stopped that one. It is a very windy day here. The weather forecast showed 52 degrees on the thermometer, but real feel was almost down to 37. So if you're wondering why some of these people in late April are wearing coats, that's why. Ball turned over, Phipps who collects it. Now Buchel, who will take a long shot, and while it goes through the uprights, that's not the goal that they want to get it into. It'll just be a goal kick. Myers sends it away. And a free kick for the Ukrainians. Excuse me, for Manhattan. That's Zami who will take the free kick, a high free kick that goes into the box. A shot is shanked there by Leloup. If he got more of a foot on it, he perhaps could have given him a chance to score, but could not line it up just right. They will get a throw in, however. Buchel throws it in. Into the box it goes. And it's headed away, but not out by the Ukrainians. Ball's still in the air. And a weak shot attempt there from the kickers results in an easy save for Myers. Probably the busiest Myers has been today. About 35 minutes into this first half. Ardenstani. Along the far touch line, the ball is out. And we'll get some subs. Gogwadze will return to the pitch. And Julai Zami will take a seat. Lardy along the near touchline. Be out of bounds. A throw in for the Ukrainians. Free kick awarded to Manhattan, deep in their own zone. Schneider will take the kick. Long free kick, head of the way. Turned over, and Ukrainians will push the ball now. And the shot pushed aside by Demond. The corner kick went into the box, but nothing doing for the Ukrainians. They could not find their third goal, but here comes Camacho now. Will cross over the field. Myers trying to get to the ball first, and he does, and he deflects it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. Still deep in their own territory, but Myers prevents anything disastrous happening for the Ukrainians. Throw-in goes back to Negron. Nice cross pass there. And sent forward to Buchel. Camacho. Now Gogwadze. To Bibovic. Gogwadze gets it back and swings it to Negron. Phipps was calling for the ball, but he could not get it out. As the loop sends it all the way out to Phipps. Phipps will try to chase it, but it was very, very far for Phipps. And the ref is going to call a goal kick. As Julai Zami will take the field again, and Camacho will take a seat. In the 42nd minute here in this first half. Got a few minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Ukrainians making a living out of playing out of the back. Brewer turns it over, and now it's Negron. They'll get it back from Bibovic, and the ball is turned over by Brewer. Brewer's pushing forward. 4 purple shirts surround the ball. And they're able to take it off of Brewer's foot. It was Schneider with the initial deflection. Ball's kept in. And the kickers still in search of their first goal of the match. Delyanis. This pass is too far for Zami. And Ukrainians will control once again. And Somalia hits the floor, but the ref will not call a foul. Ukrainians essentially playing with 10 men as Somalia is grabbing his face and on the floor. Phipps puts it in for Zami. Zami will take a shot, and it's deflected away by Myers. Another shot crossed over, and the header went up instead of down for Buchel. And finally, one of the flagmen checks on Somalia. Ukrainians have the thinnest of thin benches today. That is to say, they don't have a bench today. So if Somalia can't get back in this game, Ukrainians risk playing with 10 men.
this. It's getting a full game break turnout.
And Somalia will leave the field of play and take a breather. As the Ukrainians will play with 10 men for the time being. Myers sends it away. Made his first save of the match just about a minute ago. And Manhattan Kicker's first really true chance of the match. Manhattan had chances before, but couldn't really get a shot on net in any of those chances. That was the first time they really did. And it was a good shot from Zami, but it was right in Myers' breadbasket. Myers did not have to move an inch. But Manhattan trying to push, trying to get rid of the goose egg on their score bug. But the lead pass intercepted by Lardy. Corbello, the second goal scorer, gets the ball back from Matheny. And now a long pass out in front, intended for Falanga, but the pass just a bit too far. And Demond will take over. Negron sends it forward to Zami. Gugwadze. Back to Negron. Negron is tripped up. The refs see it, whistles a foul. Schneider will take the free kick. Schneider with a long free kick. Deliana's trying to head it forward. Couldn't get enough on it though. Tries to take it away from Lardy, and he does. He'll cross it into the box, and it's Zami. Zami will take a shot. Deflected. Oh, what a save there from Myers. And that'll be the last play of the first half. Christian Buchel tried to get a deflection shot from Julai Zami, but the shot saved by Myers, who makes 2 saves in the last 5 minutes of the first half to keep Manhattan Kickers scoreless. At the end of 1, it's the New York Ukrainians 2, the Manhattan Kickers 0. On Game and Frame, I'm Alexander Ganias. We'll be right back.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwear there by Spalding. It's gone for a spacious shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
Welcome back to McCarran Park in North Brooklyn as both teams take the field for the second half. 45 minutes into the match. It's New York Ukrainians 2, Manhattan Kickers nothing. I'm Alexander Ganias for Game and Frame. Both goals scored by the Ukrainians. In the 5th minute, it was Andres Brewer, and in the 17th minute, it was Federico Curbelo. Koulibaly Somalia with the assist on the first goal. Not quite sure who got the assist on the second goal. And as the pedestrians clear the field, we'll get ready for the second half in this Cosmopolitan Soccer League Division I matchup. Manhattan trying to avoid relegation. It's Kid Super Samba AC 2 and Manhattan Celtic 2 behind them in the standings. 5 and 6 points behind them respectively, behind the Kickers, at least. And the Kickers trying to secure at least a point. That journey to erase the 2-goal deficit starts now for the Manhattan Kickers. As the whistle blows at 3:07 p.m., we are underway in the second half. Buchel sends it back to Negron. Team switch sides. Denis Kaczynstev, acting coach today for the Kickers. And Francesco Ranieri, the head coach for the Ukrainians. And it's Leloup to Negron. Tries to make the defender, he can't. Ball turned over. And now it's Brewer, whose pass was deflected. No, the refs ruled that it was a straight out-of-bounds shot from Brewer. No deflection, a throw-in for the Kickers. As Delianis throws the ball in. Long pass ahead to Julai Zami. Too far for him, and it's a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Throw goes towards the back. Ardenstani sends it all the way back to Myers. Myers, who made some good saves in the last 5 minutes of that first half to keep Manhattan at 0. As Henry Lardy will take that throw in. At least he's the one with the ball in his hands. And the refs talking to some pedestrians, making sure they get off the pitch. Don't want anyone who's not playing in the game to get hurt. Ref blows the whistle. Lardy takes the throw. Turned aside. Negron. Schneider. Now Wallace. Bibovic tries to send it forward for Delianis. And the ball's turned over. Stayed in bounds as the Ukrainians cleared away. Leloup. Far pass out for Negron, and they'll play it back. Wallace gives it back. And in an attempt to try to turn the ball over, Naeem gets called for the foul. Now we'll give it up for Buchel. Buchel now to Zami. Zami threads the needle for Buchel. Buchel tried to give it back, but he took an odd angle and turned the ball over. Foul called there on Somalia as Bibovic hits the deck. What was a sunny day here, and McCarran Park has turned into more of an overcast day. Still see some hints of blue in the sky. Weather much better than it was yesterday, where it rained. As Phipps lines up to take the free kick here from Manhattan. Winds up, curls it into the box, headed away by Lardy, and Naeem takes it back. Soft pass for Somalia, and now Ukrainians are on the move. Halted in the midfield, but they were just resetting as the pass for Curbelo is intercepted and pushed back. Now it's Moyes to Falanga. Falanga trying to work around the defenders, he can't. And Goguatse takes it back. Bibovic. Delianis. Now Phipps. Delianis trying to get up to it. Couldn't. And Myers sends it forward. Ukrainians with a 2-0 lead. Not much to play for. 7th in Division 1 of the CSL. Manhattan, however, trying to avoid relegation. As the pass in front to... That was Brewer trying to look for the brace. And the ball hits the crossbar of the rugby uprights, which means it is out of bounds on a goal kick. A very nice chance there from the Ukrainians. And for Brewer himself, trying to get the brace, but he couldn't do it. It's Falanga. Send it forward to Brewer. Brewer beats the defense, gets the ball right into the box, tries to work around Negron, and he couldn't. Negron with a nice turnover. Nice and clean. But the Ukrainians get it right back. It's Naeem. Naeem looking for a pass inside the box. It's Somalia. And he turns the ball over. Ukrainians a little messy on this possession. But the ball stays in the zone. Manhattan has yet to clear. Ball stays in. Somalia. And he tried to beat Goguatse, excuse me, but he left the ball. And Manhattan now takes over. Goguatse with his hand up. Schneider could not get to him. It'll be Phipps instead. Puts a soft pass into the middle of the field. No one there to collect it except for the Ukrainians. And Sulimalo works around the defense, pushes it forward, and the flag is up. Brewer makes a touch and is called for an offside. Ref signals the free kick and where it should be, so the kickers don't try any funny business on this field. Goguatse gets it back. Phipps gets it back, and now they'll work out from their defensive end. With the exception of those last 5 minutes of the first half, Manhattan has not really had many chances to score. Leloup on the near touchline. Tries Tries to get it to Negron. He gets it back. Touches it between the defense for Zami. Zami's pass couldn't curl enough. And it's a throw-in for the Ukrainians. Brewer. Somalia trying to send it forward for Naeem. Couldn't get to it. Phipps trying to send it forward for Zami, but the ball a bit too far, and Delyanis will get the ball back. And he turns it over. Somalia. He's tripped up. He was hit again. Earlier in the match, he did take a spill earlier and did not get up for a bit. And this is the second time he's been hit up high. Not in the business of accusing anyone of hitting any foul play here. But Somalia is on the floor. For lack of a better word, he is writhing in pain. As a reminder, Ukrainians only have 11 men on their roster today. New York Ukrainians 2, winning in the reserves match against Manhattan Kickers 2. 2-1, come from behind victory. As Somalia gets back on his feet, he's taking a beating here. Phipps over there, as well as the head ref, making sure Somalia can walk off the field in his own power, and with the help of his teammate Corbello and the head coach, he can get off the field in time. It looks like they do have one sub to use, the Ukrainians. And he will now take the field, wearing the number 33. Ukrainians will play it back. Long pass forward, intended for Bangura, but the ball is turned over, and now it's Buchel. Buchel out in front, no one around him. Into the 18, his shot is deflected away by Matheny. It'll be a throw-in for the Kickers. Looks like that's Gilbert Bayonne taking the place of Somalia, who is limping towards the bench. Looks like he will be done for the day. Chris Wayne Wallace may have accidentally clipped Corbello's eye on that play. No foul given. Or I think a foul was given, but no card. And Manhattan will take possession. Perhaps no foul was called anyway. I'd like to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt has made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag, the Air Case, which uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. As Manhattan, trying to get a pass inside, deflected away. I believe that was Matheny who made that deflection. Instead, it was Calvin Moyes, excuse me. Throwing up. And the ball taken by Brewer. We'll get it out to Fangala. Fangala will take a long shot and a diving attempt there by Dumond. But the ball was wide. Dumond did not make a touch on it, and so it will be a goal kick. A long shot there from Fangala, trying to make it 3-0 Ukrainians. As Schneider takes the free kick, we'd like to remind you of some Game and Frame matches being broadcast on our website and our YouTube channel. Hoboken FC 1912 will take on the Greek Americans in the APSL Metro Conference. That'll be at 4 in a little over a half an hour from now. About the 17th minute of this second half, which means some simple math. We're in the 62nd minute of the game. Later today at 6 p.m., you have Manhattan Celtic and Kids Super Samba AC. That is not to be confused with their reserves teams in CSL Division 1. These are the first teams that play in the APSL Metro Conference. They will play at 6 p.m. On Wednesday, April 30th, New York International FC will take on Hoboken FC 1912 2 at 9 p.m. for the John Kilby Cup Championship. And as that pass goes towards the Mond, on Thursday, May 1st, Polonia SC will take on Borghetto FC at 9 p.m. as a part of the CSL Division 1. Again, top of the table, very interesting, is New York International FC and Polonia SC vying for that top playoff spot. As for the relegation teams, Manhattan trying to put as many points between them and Kid Super Samba AC, who holds that first relegation spot, or mind you, the second relegation spot, as Buchel takes the ball away and he tries to push forward. He says holds up and gets it out to Jordan Camacho. Camacho winds up for a long shot, but it's deflected away by Moyes. It's Zami now. Be sure to stay tuned after the game. We'll have some post-game interviews from the winner of today's match, which as it stands is the New York Ukrainians. Moyes, long pass out for Brewer. Brewer trying to get to it, and Schneider pushes him off the ball, and will watch it go out of bounds for a goal kick. It would have been funny if he kicked it out of bounds himself, but he saw the ball go over the line. as Negron gets it out to Camacho. The Ukrainians get the ball back, and Brewer with some space. He'll take a curler, but the ball did not bend inward enough, and it goes past the upright, or the post, excuse me, and curls out of bounds for a goal kick. Put it in play quickly. We are past the hour mark here in the second half. Kickers trying to erase a 2-0 deficit and get at least 1 point to add on to their relegation lead. Of course, the bottom two teams in Division 1 get relegated to Division 2. And Curbelo with a high arcing shot, and again, hitting the crossbar above the soccer crossbar. That would have been no good in both rugby and soccer. I say rugby because there are no American football yard markers on this pitch. As Bayonne, freshly into the game, gives it up to Curbelo. Gets it back from Brewer. The two goal scorers play catch. Ardenstani. Bangura. To Falanga. Falanga looks like he cramped up a little bit, and Manhattan takes the ball over and pushes. It's Camacho. Tried to find Zami, but the pass deflected by Moyes, and Myers will send it away. Falanga still on the floor, now gets back on his feet. And Naim send it forward to Brewer. Brewer with as well as one goal in the game. He also has a yellow card that he got in the 34th minute. It's the only infraction so far on either side. No other cards given. As Phipps now on the far side gives it back to Leloup. Now Wallace. Gugwadzi. Back to Phipps now, and now Schneider. He'll send it all the way back to Demond. Kenley Demond, who has allowed 2 goals today, has not really made many saves, or any saves, because both shots on net ended up in the back of the net. And now subs will come in. Buchel will take a seat, and Bobovic will come back. Bobovic making sure he gets onto the field after Buchel leaves as to not draw an infraction. And a foul is called as, I can't quite tell who that is. It looks like it's Lardy, who took a ball or a foot, possibly a boot to the shin. That's never a good feeling in any sport, but soccer especially. As the head coach is out there, making sure his player's all right. With every injury, I'm inclined to remind the viewers at home or on the road that Ukrainians are playing with essentially no bench, as Somalia left the game with not one but 2 pretty not great tumbles. Bayonne took over for him. That's really the only sub Ukrainians have made, as the ref hits the deck now. Sangura saves it from being cleared, but Manhattan clears it anyway, except they don't, because Lardy, fresh back into the game, kicks it out of bounds well deep into Manhattan's own zone. The 69th minute here at McCarran Park in North Brooklyn. Fangala to Brewer, who heads it forward. but no one there to collect it. A foul called. No, not a foul, a goal kick. Goal kick turned over. Arden Stadi gets it to the far side of the 18-yard box. And who's there to finish it? It's Corbello with the brace. Federico Corbello with the second goal of the match for him. This one coming in the 69th minute. A nice pass there from Fangala, who will get the assist. And Manhattan now down 3-0. They do have a good 5-point lead over Kid Super Samba AC. However, every point is important with only 4 games remaining, or 3 games remaining after this one for each side. Federico Corbello with the third goal of the match with the Ukrainians, second for him personally, as now Phipps looks to counter. Phipps trying to send it off for Leloup, but Leloup wasn't there to pick it up, and Bayonne will take it away. And Myers, wanting to prevent further damage, just sends it into the streets. They'll get the ball back. It actually did not leave the park. It hit a fence. And the sun's starting to shine out now here in the 70th minute. In about mid-50s today. Nice clear day here. Or at least clearer than it was yesterday. A lot of clouds in the sky, but non-threatening clouds. As Schneider gets the ball, works it out of the back, has some options. Either swing it to the left or the right, instead swings it back to Demond. Demond and Schneider play catch. Demond swings it over to Wallace now. Ball turned over. Artem Stadi tries to put it forward for Fangala. The pass deflected, but Brewer picks it up. The shot from Corbello looking for the hat trick. Couldn't quite get it. The ball was deflected. The men in red calling for a handball, but no handball was given. Moyes trying to find a lead pass for Brewer, but the pass was deflected. It'll be a goal kick. If you're just joining us, I'm Alexander Ganias for Game and Frame. You've missed quite a showing from New York Ukrainians, excuse me. Goals from Andres Brewer in the 5th minute, and then 2 goals from Frederick Corbello in the 17th and 69th minute. That's been all the scoring today. It's Manhattan. Really had not much of a chance outside of about the 45th plus 2nd minute. In the first half, but Myers, Justin Myers, the keeper for New York Ukrainians, making sure that score remains 0 for Manhattan. As the Ukrainians trying to find a 4th goal here, and they'll get a throw-in deep in the attacking third. Ball goes out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in. Excuse me, a goal kick. And nice and simple across to Schneider. Zami turns it over, now it's Fangala. Fangala puts it forward for Arden Stadi. Flag stays down. Arden Stadi shoots, and it's just wide. Arden Stadi looking for Ukrainians' 4th goal of the match. Just pushes the shot wide. The flag stayed down. It was set up perfectly for him. Not many defenders around him, but couldn't find it home. I'm sure he doesn't mind too much, given that his team is winning. Manhattan will work out of the back. Perhaps it will behoove them to send longer goal kicks in the future of this game, but as it stands, Manhattan going across their own 18. Ukrainians not pressuring terribly, but Manhattan trying to get out of their own zone. And a nice turn there from Camacho. They did get the ball out of their own half, but not far enough as Myers comes way out of his net to put the ball away from Delianis. Fangala. Long pass out from Matheny. Too long as the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Yanis takes the throw to Bibovic, but the ball's turned over. Bayonne. And now it's Curbelo. Curbelo with the brace already. Gets it out to Sanguro. Wide pass out for Fangala. Into the box. Crosses over. And the pass intercepted by Wallace. And Manhattan's going to push. Zami. Works around Moyes. Long pass out for Gogwadzi. Gogwadzi leaves the ball behind but gets it back. A couple defenders in front of him. No one in purple here to help out Gogwadzi. And the whistle blows and a foul is called. Beneficial foul there from Manhattan. As the ref explains to Bangura, yes, that was a foul. As Gogwadzi gets back on his feet, exchanges pleasantries with Lardy and Naeem. As Bibovic and Zami set up for the free kick. Camacho's also lined up to perhaps take a free kick in this instance. But it looks like it will be Zami. A wall of red and black jerseys set up in front of the box. Manhattan looking for their first goal of the match. The free kick is up. And well, it's good. We're playing the wrong sport for that. That would have tied the game in American football. But given that this is traditional football, it's just simply a goal kick. Sangura. Ardenstani. Fangala. Back to Curbelo. And Ardenstani. And the pass deflected. Ardenstani. And the pass deflected. But nothing doing there. The loop with the deflection. And now Phipps trying to get the ball away from Somalia. And he's fighting for the ball and he hits the deck again. 3 times now Somalia has hit the deck. Chasing after a ball. And a card given to Phipps. The 38th minute of this second half. The 78th. So once again, that's a Keane Phipps with a yellow card. The 78th minute. Forgive me for my math being not up to snuff. The 82 is not that far as the in-swinging corner kick is in, but deflected away by Phipps. Or no, excuse me, that was Chris Wayne Wallace. And we'll do it again from the same corner. Ukrainians looking for their 4th goal, as if the first 3 goals weren't enough. Curbelo with the in-swinger. Nothing doing there, headed away by the defense. Kept into the attacking third, though, as Somalia flips it away from the defense, works into the 6-yard box, but is shoved aside as Gogwatsi hits the deck. Schneider trying to plead for perhaps a card for the Ukrainians, but looks like it was simple incidental contact. About 10 minutes left, plus stoppage time here in this match. As the free kick is taken by Schneider, he sends it nice and long. Headed away there by Delianis, but taken away by Matheny. Kept in. And Schneider will send it back to his keeper, Demond. His lead pass was intercepted by Somalia. That ball's out of bounds. It'll be a free kick. So not out of bounds, just a free kick. Gogwatsi. Out of Wallace. Sends it across for Negron. Loop now to Phipps. Phipps pushes it forward, trying to get Dubovic, but ball deflected away and taken over by the Ukrainians. Ball's played, the flag stays down for Fangala. Pushed forward by Brewer. Brewer with an empty net. He'll just shoot it in. And Brewer, just like his teammate Curbelo, gets the brace. And in the 81st minute, the Ukrainians have more or less wrapped this up. Now, with Manhattan Celtic 2's loss last night to New York International FC, Manhattan Kickers are not in direct danger yet of the relegation zone, but today's match does not help. It merely keeps them afloat. And for the Ukrainians, this will be their first win over a non-reserve team in CSL D1 since the last time they played Manhattan Kickers. Their team's last win did come against Kids Super Samba AC2, and their other wins came against reserve teams from the APSL Metro Conference. Sangura tried to get it out to Brewer, but he turned the ball over. Phipps now on the far side of the field. Gets it over to Delianis. Delianis crosses it in, and it's Camacho. Puts a long shot up, or at least long vertically, which the word would be high. Ball stayed in. No, it didn't. Flagman puts his flag up and gives the throw into Manhattan. Negron. The throw-in goes directly to Bangura, and he sends it all the way out to Demond. Uh-oh. Looks like Dumond touched the ball outside of the 18-yard box.
Ref, why can't he touch it? Why can't he touch it?
And it looks like the refs are discussing it with each other. Looks like Dumond got a yellow card. And things could not be going worse for Manhattan. Their goalie picks up a yellow card in the 84th minute. And it will be a very advantageous free kick for the Ukrainians, although I'm not sure how much advantageous you can get with a 4-goal lead. And Somalia will take the free kick. A wall of purple jerseys inside the 18-yard box. The ref blows his whistle. And it will be Naeem who takes a shot, pushed aside by Dumond. He picks up the yellow card, but he also picks up the save. As that ball hit the crossbar on top of the soccer crossbar, will be a corner kick for the Ukrainians, another set piece. So a nice bending shot from Naeem. But Dumond able to put enough of a hand on it, and he does the same here. Pushes it out of the 18 as Somalia takes a shot. And now Naeem goes 5-hole for the 5th goal. George Naeem with the team's 5th goal in the 85th minute. A busted play on the set piece. Could not clear the 18. And Somalia's shot hit a maze of boots in the 18. Naeem picked up the rebound and put some more icing on this already over-iced cake. We still do also have stoppage time here, and with we do have some stoppage time to go as well, and with Somalia's injury, it could be quite a bit. Sangura will take the throw. Headed away by Schneider. But Moyes keeps it in the final third. Moyes gets it out to Naeem. Naeem, who just scored in the 85th minute, sends a far pass out to Fangala. In the near end of the 18. Gets it out to Curbelo. Curbelo already with 2 goals on the night. He'll get it over to Naeem. And he tried to get it back, but he cut the wrong way. And it stays in bounds. Dumond probably wanted it to roll out for a goal kick, but Manhattan wanted to keep playing. And the ball went too far from Camacho, and Matheny takes it over. Fangala to Curbelo, gets it back. Far cross out for Somalia, who puts a shot on net. Headed up, and it just misses. The cross pass almost headed into the net. Would not have mattered. The flag was up. And that was Moyes, who was looking for his piece of the action as Somalia guts forward. No one in front of him. He'll take a shot off the post. Somalia, who's had a rough game physically, trying to find a piece of light with a goal, but it goes off the post and stays in play. He'll get the ball back, though, on the far side. We're now close to, if not in, stoppage time. Moyes crosses it into the box. No one home, though. Fangala working on the loop. Crosses it into the box. Headed on net. And that went in. Scraped the crossbar and went in. And Farid Bagheri Arnstadi gets a goal just to wrap this game up. That's 3 whistles. And a 6-0 victory for the New York Ukrainians. Manhattan Kickers fail to secure the points. As the teams shake hands, stay tuned for an interview with both Andres Brewer and Federico Curbelo, or at least one of them. Once again, the final score, New York Ukrainians 6, Manhattan Kickers 0 at McCarran Park in Brooklyn. We'll be right back.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
That's a good bit of footwork there by Spalding. It's gone for a spacious shot! It's magnificent by Spalding!
To McCarran Park in North Brooklyn. I'm Alexander Ganias. Here with me, Fede Curbelo and Andres Brewer, who each had a brace today in New York Ukrainians' 6-0 win. Fede, we'll start with you. 2 goals. Really kind of set the tone here. First in the 17th minute and then finally in the 69th minute. You really just put this match away. How does it feel to get this dominant victory here?
Yeah, it feels good to finally win. Tough season for us. Didn't really go the way we wanted it, but, feels good to put a couple of goals away, get the offense firing late into the season.
And Brewer, you technically scored the game-winning goal at the first goal of the match really early on. You really did set the tone here, scoring early and often. How did it feel to just really have control of the match the entire way through?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of matches where we get the first goal, second goal, and we don't put the game away. And I think we executed the game plan today well. We went up 2-0. We never really dropped the intensity, didn't let up any chances, and then ultimately we put the goals away in the second half to make it an easy afternoon.
Fede, you guys were working with a very minimal bench. So how does it feel for all of you to play a full 90 minutes and still come out with the victory?
Yeah, it feels good. I think the last couple of games we've had to deal with that, unfortunately, but it's been good for the fitness. So all the guys were up for it, thankfully. So, yeah.
Well, thanks again. That's Corbello and Brewer, each with a brace today in the 6-0 victory. The New York Ukrainians take the win over the Manhattan Kickers. And once again, for Lucas Paramo behind the camera, I'm Alexander Ganias. Thank you for watching Game and Frame.
Well done, Game and Frame. Good job.
Well done, guys.